The Army Painter Wet Palette is an exciting new addition to the Army Painter's range of products and a must-have for new painters and master painters alike. Today we're going to show you what's included and showcase some of the best tips and best practices so you can get the most out of yours. Let's take a look. This 56-piece set is where superior quality materials pair with custom design features designed with the miniature painter in mind. The set features 2 proprietary hydrofoam layers and 50 hydro sheets. The palette itself is designed in 3 pieces: the hard plastic bottom, top, and brush insert. These pieces are all treated with a protective anti-mold agent to keep your paints and water staying fresh in the tray. That said, when you seal in the wet palette with the red safety strap that's included, it will lock in those paints and preserve them for weeks at a time. The brush insert is a handy addition that fits in between the bottom tray and the cover and is designed to hold up to 10 hobby brushes and 6 Wargamer brushes for when you need to take your hobby on the go. To start using your wet palette, simply place your hydrofoam layer into the bottom of the tray. Then fill it with water. The key here is to ensure that the hydrofoam is adequately damp without being too soggy. You'll just want a little bit of running water on the top. Once you've achieved the right amount of water, you'll fit your hydro sheet on top. This specifically designed paper is designed to retain its surface tension when wet, so you'll notice that it may curl and bubble a bit at first. This is natural. Just ensure that the paper is evenly distributed with water and wipe away any air bubbles and you're ready to begin painting. One of the great advantages to using a wet palette is it will save you loads of time, but it will also preserve your paints as it will keep them from drying out in between paint sessions. The wet palette is great for achieving perfectly thin consistency for your paints. Simply add a small drop of your preferred paint to your palette, dilute with some of the excess water on the sheet, and you have perfectly smooth and creamy paints ready for your model. A wet palette is a requisite tool for performing more advanced techniques like wet blending, 2-part blending, and glazing. But at its most basic, what a wet palette can do for you is that it preserves your custom paint blends for days on end. Let's take a look. While working on the skin tone for my elf fighter model, I wanted it to look as if he was a true spirit of the forest. So his skin would transition from a pale skin tone to a greenish tone. Using the wet palette to make a perfect gradation between my color choices allowed me to blend the model on the move using the wet blending technique. When you're finished painting, reassemble the palette as shown, then secure it with the red safety strap to seal it, and you're ready to take your paints with you or save your custom blends for your next painting session. With these custom design elements paired with the Army Painter's trusted quality, you won't find a better wet palette on the market at a better price.